Well, I'm making my second recipe out of that Better Homes and Garden Complete Canning Guide. And today it's going to be Jamaican jerk pickles. I mean, doesn't that sound good? You can hear the reggae music in the background, right? Maybe sipping on a pina colada. And I guess having some pickles on the side. But it sounded like a great recipe, and it's really easy to make too. Let me show you. Okay, you're supposed to have 3.5 pounds of pickling cucumbers. This time I thought I would actually weigh them to make sure I do have the right amount, and it was just a little shy of 3.5 pounds. Well, like all veggies, you want to wash them really well. I'll be back when I get all the sand off these cucumbers. Now we just want them to drain a bit, and then we're going to cut off the blossom end. Just going to take your cucumber, cut off right here. And now you want to slice it in 1/4 to 1/2 inch slices. So, you just want thin slices, you know, like bread and butter pickles. And you could use mandolin, but you know what, I decided that this is just as fast. So, cut up your blossom ends and then cut up your pickles, and then we'll be ready for the next step. You need 1 teaspoon of whole allspice and 1 cinnamon stick. And the directions say put it into cheesecloth and make a spice bag, but I realize I don't have any cheesecloth, so I'm just going to use my little handy tea strainer here. Open it up. There we go. Now we're just going to put that in there and put that in there. And this should work just fine. So we'll put that in here. And we're going to add 2 cups water. Then we're going to want 2 cups cider vinegar. We got 2 cups white vinegar. And we want 1 cup honey. I love honey. I've thought about having beans, but I don't know. To lift the cages, or the whatever you call the drawers that the bees go in, I think that would get pretty hard for someone that's 5'1". But I do enjoy watching bees, and I definitely enjoy eating their honey. And we're going to use some real lime here. We need 1/2 cup of lime juice. Oh. Now only one more item. And now we just need our 1/4 cup pickling salt. You could use kosher salt too. Now we're going to want to cook this until the honey all disintegrates. And we want a cinnamon stick in each one. There we go. Sprig of thyme in each one. And again, if you didn't have fresh thyme, you could use dried. So I filled up half my jars with the sliced cucumber. And then I've put in 2 of each of these. These are hot chili peppers from my garden. And I didn't cut them up any further. I thought they looked kind of pretty that way. The recipe says for 4 habaneros, cut in small pieces. But my habaneros weren't ready yet, so we're using these hot chili peppers. And then I put in a teaspoon of black peppercorns And that's 1 teaspoon divided between all of these 7 jars. And you're supposed to have 1 clove sliced in each jar. And you know what? I didn't want to do that, so I'm just using minced garlic. I'll put about not quite a teaspoon in each jar. Now you have to be a little bit careful about changing quantities or ingredients when you're water bath canning. But in this case, it's all equivalent, so it should be fine. Now we need to put more of the cucumber slices in there and try to really pack them in. And yes, I did wash my hands thoroughly. Oh, 1 drop, so I'll have to eat it. Nice and crushed. Jam as much as you can get in each jar. Now, again, this recipe, I am going to have cucumbers left over, but I weighed them. It was just about right. So I'm not sure about their measurements always in this book. But better to have too many than not enough. I always put these on salads. Or heck, eat them just like this. Maybe that's just too big of a one. Do some small ones instead there. Now it's time to fill up our jars with the brine. We want to leave a 1/2 inch headspace. And I'll be back when I get them all 7 jars filled with 1/2 inch headspace. Get the brine in. I'm pushing down the cucumbers here. You know what? That one might be a little too much. I'll have to eat that one. Tasty. Okay, there was just enough brine to fill in the jars. Now we want to put on our lids. And I do warm my lids a little bit first. They say you don't have to now, but you know, old ways die hard. Now we're just going to screw on our lids. As they say, finger tight. Do that with all the lids, and I'll be back. Don't they look pretty? Kind of Christmassy. We got the lids on nice and tight, and now it's time to transfer them to our boiling bath canner, which should be at a running boil when you transfer. We got all 7 pints in the canner, and it's boiling now. I'm going to put on the top. And then I'm going to let it boil for 10 minutes. Be back when it's done. Let's do a taste test. Open up one of these cans. And we'll do a test straight from the jar. I think these could be addicting. They really are good. I love the nice crunch. So easy to make too. Put these down. So, I really encourage you all to try this. It's a really easy recipe to make. Please subscribe, share the knowledge, thumbs up if you like this video. And as always, thank you so much for watching my channel. Bye.